What's up, Love Squad? It's your girl, and we're back today with a cooking video. And today, this video is inspired by Flav by Dane. If I'm saying that correctly, I'm gonna shout you out again at the end of this video. He did a mukbang where he did steak, he did cream spinach, shrimp, lemon pepper shrimp, and corn. And boy, my mouth was watering. So I said, let me go to the store and let me just go on and hook me up a good old steak dinner. So here we have, I actually picked up 2 ribeyes, one for me, one for my hubby, and my spoiled baby love, she wanted filet mignon. So we did 2 fillets, as well as some asparagus. We have 3 baked potatoes we'll be cooking. As well as with our steaks, we like mushrooms and onions on our steak, guys. And so we're going to show you guys, and green pepper. And so we're going to show you guys how we do that. As well as, you know, we're going to season everything up to make it taste so yummy. So we're just going to get this video started. Okay, guys, the first thing we're going to do is we're going to wash our meat. Make sure when you purchase your food and your meat and your produce and your veggies that you wash them well. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to wash these ribeyes, I'm going to wash that filet, I'm going to wash my asparagus, my potatoes, my vegetables, and then we're going to get started with our cooking. Okay, guys, I went ahead and washed my potatoes. And I washed them well, and I'm actually going to leave them a little damp because what I'm going to do is I'm going to microwave these guys. And so basically I leave a little dampness on those potatoes. I put them in a container, you know, plastic container will do. You put the lid on it and you pop it in your microwave until it's fork tender. And when I said fork tender, I mean you'll be able to stick a fork and the fork will be able to go through. So that moisture along with that microwave heat is going to steam that potato and make it so fluffy. So okay, we're going to put this in our microwave. So now I went ahead and washed my mushrooms and my green pepper, and so I'm just going to basically take it and cut it. And I'm not going to dice this pepper. I'm going to kind of fine rough chop it. You don't want those seeds in there, guys. So I'll go ahead and rinse those seeds out. And you're basically going to just take your knife. No fancy footwork here, guys. You're just going to basically take your knife and you're going to cut them about, I'll say about that big, and you want them kind of chunky because we're going to saute them for our steaks. So you're just going to rough chop them like that, and then you're going to do the same thing with your onion, as well as these. We got baby bella mushrooms, and I just went ahead and pulled the stems off, and we're just going to rough chop those as well. Because you want that texture to go on top. You want them to have a little bit of texture to them. You don't want them to cook down to nothing. So we're just going to rough chop these. And then we're going to go in. This is a sweet onion, guys. We prefer sweet onions. So we're going to go ahead and rough chop all of this. And we'll be right back. Okay, guys. So now I'm going to do the asparagus. So basically what I'm going to do is I have this pot here, and I'm just going to take some regular olive oil. We're just going to drizzle that olive oil in the bottom of the pan and kind of swirl that around. And to that olive oil, I'm going to add my asparagus. And how I prepare my asparagus, guys, I just take the asparagus and basically wherever it'll break, I try to let it naturally break to get to that tender part. And because that asparagus is a little damp from where I washed it, might get a little bit of a sizzle here. So I'm just going to take my asparagus, put it in the pan. I usually use some asparagus sauce, but we couldn't find it in our Publix today. So I'm going to try to mimic it at home. So basically, I'm just going to squeeze some lemon juice on the asparagus, guys. Fresh lemon juice with that olive oil, and I'm going to add a little bit of, just a little light sprinkle of onion powder, a little light sprinkle of garlic powder very lightly. A little bit of black pepper. Quite a bit of black pepper. And a little bit of seasoning salt. And we're just going to give that a stir. And what that lemon and garlic is going to do is going to kind of coat that asparagus. And we're just going to cook this asparagus. And I also put a little bit of parsley on it as well. So I'm going to sprinkle a little of that dried parsley on there. Okay. And we're just going to cook this asparagus until it's tender. Okay, now that I have my asparagus going, we're just going to basically add a drizzle of olive oil. That's more than a drizzle, guys, but I add that olive oil to my pan, and now I'm just going to go ahead and add my bell peppers, onion, and mushrooms, and saute those on extremely high heat. Because what I'm trying to do is get that caramelization of that of those veggies. I want that caramelization, guys. Break that up a tad bit there. As well as those mushrooms and onion. Looks like I should have got a bigger pot pan, guys. But it's going to cook down, so no worries. Those veggies are going to cook down. So what we're going to do now is we're going to go ahead and season them. So basically what I do, I add just simple onion powder. Sprinkle some of that in there. I add garlic powder. I'm going to sprinkle that in there. I add just some regular seasoned oil. I'm going to sprinkle that in there. And to enhance that color, we add paprika. Just whatever, if you like smoked paprika, Hungarian paprika, whatever you like. Use what you like. And we're just going to saute that until it's tender. So now, guys, I just seasoned my ribeye with, I did salt, pepper, garlic, and onion powder. And I'm just going to put that in an extremely hot skillet with olive oil in it. I did seasoned salt, guys. And so all I'm going to do is basically just cook that on one side on high heat. Once that gets golden brown, I'm going to flip it. And then I'm going to add some of those mushrooms and onions that I sauteed. And just marry that all together and let that steak get beautiful. So now this is what you want. You want your steak to have that nice crispy crust on it. So now I'm just going to flip it, and I'm going to turn my burner down a little bit, and I'm going to simply add a little bit of those mushrooms and onions to the steak. And I'm going to sear it on this side as well. Okay, I've seasoned my fillets. So I'm just going to put them in that same skillet that I sauteed those mushrooms and onions in, guys. Because that's added flavor. And I'm just going to season it on this side as well. Bless you, baby love. And my ribeye is getting beautiful over here in this pot, guys. Don't let my sprinkle fairy seasoning technique frighten you. I always kind of press my seasonings down in my steak. I can't remember if I did this season on, so I'm just going to sprinkle just a tad bit more, just in case I didn't get them off on that side. And what I do, guys, is I put it on extreme high heat because I want almost a crust on the back side of that steak, on that filet. So I'm going to brown that filet on both sides. And I usually wait until my steak has some caramelization on it before I add that mushrooms, onions, and green peppers to it. So we're just going to let this brown on that side. We're going to flip it and add our mushrooms, onions, and peppers, and we'll be back. So now that my fillets are at this point of being cooked, I want to go ahead and add those mushrooms and onions to it. And just go ahead and saute those mushrooms and onions a little bit more and get some of that good flavor into those fillets. And then, guys, I'm going to cook this for about another 2 minutes on the top of the stove, and then I'm going to transfer it into my oven and cook for about another 3 minutes because we like our steaks well done. Okay, guys, this is our dinner. So we have the ribeyes, the filet mignon, we have the lemon herb asparagus, the grilled mushrooms, bell peppers, and onions to go on top of our steaks, as well as our baked potatoes. And we're going to do a mukbang on this meal. And I just wanted to give a special shout out to Flav by Dame Dash. This was the inspiration on this meal. He did his fabulous meal, and I said I can't resist. I must do a steak mukbang. So until next time, Love Squad.